Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel, where I share with you some interesting and useful facts about health and nutrition. In today's video, I'm going to reveal to you 6 foods that can kill you. Yes, you heard me right. These are not the usual suspects like sugar, grains, or seed oils. These are some other foods that you may not be aware of, and they can be deadly if you consume them. So, let's get started. The first food that can kill you is pufferfish. Pufferfish is a delicacy in Japan, where it is called fugu. But it is also very dangerous, because it contains a toxic chemical called tetrodotoxin, which is a neurotoxin that can paralyze your lungs. The lethal dose of this toxin is so small that it can fit on the tip of a pin, and it can kill 30 people. That's why the Japanese chefs who prepare fugu have to undergo special training and have a special license, because if they make a mistake, it can be fatal. Tetrodotoxin is found in the ovaries, intestines, and liver of the pufferfish, and it is 1,200 times more lethal than cyanide. So, be careful the next time you eat pufferfish. The second food that can kill you is Deathcat mushroom. Deathcat mushroom is the most deadly mushroom in the world, and it is responsible for 90% of all deaths from mushrooms. It doesn't matter if you eat it raw or cooked, it will still kill you. The most deadly toxin in this mushroom is called alpha-amanitin, and it causes necrosis of the liver and eventually the kidneys. You start with jaundice and seizures, then you go into a coma, and then you die. And if you somehow survive, you may need a liver transplant, because your liver will be destroyed. Here is what happens when you eat Deathcat mushroom. The first stage does not begin until 6 to 12 hours after ingestion. You may think that the mushroom tastes good, and you may not feel any symptoms for at least 6 hours. But then, the second stage begins, and you start to feel nausea, abdominal cramping, and profuse watery diarrhea. A physical exam may reveal some dry mucous membranes, a high pulse rate, and low blood pressure. But after the gastrointestinal phase, the third stage appears, where you seem to recover momentarily, and the gastrointestinal symptoms resolve. But the liver damage continues, and this stage may last 2 to 3 days. You will have higher liver enzymes, higher bilirubin, and liver swelling. In the fourth stage, both the liver and the kidney function become compromised, and you will have more signs of liver damage. Death occurs within 3 to 7 days. Now, there's an antidote that you need to know. There are actually 2 antidotes. One is called NAC, which you may be able to get over the counter as a supplement, because NAC eventually turns into glutathione. But honestly, that's not the best antidote. The best antidote is milk thistle. Milk thistle is a plant that grows all over the place, and it has purple flowers and prickly leaves. It also has white fluffy seeds, and these seeds contain a compound called silymarine, which is a powerful liver protector. Silymarine can prevent the Deathcat toxin from entering the liver cells, and it can also help regenerate the liver cells. So, if you ever eat Deathcat mushroom by mistake, you should take milk thistle as soon as possible. The third food that can kill you is Korean baby octopus. Korean baby octopus is a dish that some people like to eat when the octopus is still moving. But this can be very risky, because the suction cups on the tentacles can still work, even if you start chewing them. They can get stuck to the roof of your mouth or your throat, and make you choke and die, because you can't breathe. So, if you ever want to try Korean baby octopus, be very careful and make sure you don't swallow it whole. The fourth food that can kill you is green potatoes. Green potatoes are potatoes that have been exposed to light and have developed a green color on their skin or flesh. This means that they have a high level of a toxic compound called solanine, which is colorless and not destroyed by cooking. Solanine can cause nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, headache, and even death. Between 200 and 400 milligrams can kill an adult, but only 20 to 40 milligrams can kill a child. So, if you ever see a potato with some green stuff on it, don't eat it. It's better to be safe than sorry. The fifth food that can kill you is raw commercial chicken. Raw commercial chicken is chicken that you buy from the supermarket or the grocery store, and it may be contaminated with bacteria like Campylobacter or Salmonella. These bacteria can cause food poisoning, which can lead to abdominal cramping, diarrhea, nausea, and even death. There are over 450 deaths per year from Salmonella poisoning. You may think that washing the chicken or cutting it on a board can prevent the bacteria from spreading, but that's not true. The bacteria can still get on your hands, the board, the knife, or the sink, and contaminate other foods or surfaces. The only way to kill the bacteria is to cook the chicken thoroughly, and make sure it reaches an internal temperature of 165 degrees Fahrenheit. But even better, You should buy chicken that is organic, free range, and antibiotic free, because these chickens are less likely to have harmful bacteria in them. You can find these chickens at the farmer's market or at some specialty stores. They may be more expensive, but they are also more healthy and more humane. The sixth and the last food that can kill you is foods with cyanide in them. These include the pits or the seeds of apples, peaches, pears, apricots, bitter almonds, and cassava. These foods contain a compound called amygdalin, which can release cyanide when it is broken down by enzymes in your body. Cyanide is a poison that can interfere with the production of energy in your cells, and cause symptoms like visual problems, hearing loss, poor muscle contraction, and even death. The amount of cyanide in these foods varies, and you may not die if you consume a small amount of them. But if you consume them regularly, or in large amounts, it can build up and cause serious problems. For example, smokers are exposed to cyanide from tobacco, and this can affect their health over time. Now, there is an antidote for cyanide poisoning, and it is called methylene blue. Methylene blue is a dye that can also act as a medicine. It can bind to the cyanide and prevent it from harming your cells. It can also help restore the oxygen flow in your mitochondria, which are the energy factories of your cells. Methylene blue is used in emergency rooms to treat cyanide poisoning, as well as carbon monoxide poisoning. But you should not try to use it on your own, because it can have side effects and interactions with other drugs. The best thing to do is to avoid foods with cyanide in them, or eat them in moderation. So, these are the 6 foods that can kill you. I hope you learned something new and useful from this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, where I post more videos like this every week. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!